y'all, it is Candy and welcome back to my channel. If you guys have not been here before, I appreciate you joining me, and to everybody else that has been here, I appreciate you coming back. So today I am going to be testing out this Mandoline slicer and seeing how it works on chopping up some vegetables. This slicer is from a company called onceforall, and they actually contacted me and was wondering if I would do a review of their slicer, and I let them know that I would be willing to do a review, but that I would give an honest review, and if they were okay with that, then they could send it to me and I would be happy to try it out. So I have not tried it out at all yet. So today's going to be the day that I am finally going to review this product. Just from reviewing the instruction booklet, it will do several different widths of slices and several different types of slices. It'll slice, it'll julienne, it'll dice and chop. So it seems pretty easy to use. You're just going to open this up and it'll click into place. This button right here, you're going to push it up and that will pop this out. And the blade is tucked down inside of here, but you're going to have the blades locked in, so they're not going to cut you. And then there's a button back here, and there's a spring mechanism. When you turn this button, this will pop up, so you can hold it so it doesn't, scares the crap out of me when I didn't know that it's going to spring up. So just hold that and unlock it, and this will spring. So this seems pretty easy. That's how you're going to slice your food. Seems pretty easy to push down, which is important to me because I don't have a lot of strength in my arms, and I used to use one of those slap chops. If you guys remember back in the day, the slap chops, I had bought one from Pampered Chef. I actually still have it around here somewhere, but after using that for chopping up my vegetables, I would get bruises on my hands from slapping that down hard enough to get my vegetables to chop. So this seems very nice. Okay, on the back here we have different buttons, and you will adjust these for the types of cuts that you want to use. It also comes with a little cleaning brush. So this you are going to pop down inside of here, and that is going to be where your food goes when you slice it up. And you're going to put your food in here, and this is how you're going to push it down to get it to go into the slicer. This is a little tray that will catch your food as you're slicing it. And that's it. So simple. All right, so I'm going to start out by trying out some slices. Put my onion in there, and I'm just going to simply pump this up and down, and it should create some slices. Okay, I can tell you it's very, very easy to pump it up and down. So let's see what we got here. It created really good slices. Yes, that works out great. Let's do some more. Oh. All right, let's continue slicing up this onion, the rest of this one, and then we will try out the julienne. Okay, one thing I love so far is that I don't get my hands next to the blade. I used to have also the Pampered, well, I still do actually, again, have the Pampered Chef one where it's the Mandoline slicer where it lays flat and I have to use my hand to go back and forth. That one I have cut myself on. I have cut myself with using knives when I chop things up. I love the fact that my hand doesn't get anywhere near the blade. That is perfect. I'll tell you how often I cut myself. I've bought gloves to wear while I'm chopping to prevent me from cutting my fingers, because that's how often I cut myself. This, your hand gets nowhere near the blade. It's not even going to be an issue. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me pop this off here. There's nothing left. So it chops the whole thing. You know, you're not wasting anything. So here we have perfectly thin slices, even slices of onion, and that was so easy. All right. So let's try the next one. Let's try to do zucchini. All right, so we got our zucchini and we are going to slice that. So this one, I'm just going to start with this being off because I can hold it. Okay, so look at that, perfect. And I only have this set on 2, so it goes up to number 8, I think. Yeah, that's on a 2, it goes up to 8. So let's see how thick 8 is. Okay, 8's a little bit thicker, see? So you can do a little bit thicker or as thin as you want. So to me, this is perfect. I'm loving this slicer, you guys. This is gonna make my meal prep so much easier. I think I'm in love. Okay, let me slice that up. I wonder how it will do this way. Let's try it long ways. So you could make thin ones. We'll do 1. Let's say we want to do lasagna with zucchini noodles. Look, even, perfect, it doesn't get stuck. Yeah, this is great. All right, and this is how they come out for matchstick. Let's do the rest of our zucchini julienne style. That's the difference. So it can do a variety of cuts, and then to dice, you're just gonna put what you've chopped up in there in a different angle and go again. And it'll cut different, in different cubes. Super simple. All right, look at that, diced, no time at all. I'm gonna try to chop up these tomatoes. If it can chop up these tomatoes, you know that this is worth something, because these tomatoes are smushy. I've had them in the fridge a little too long. When I bought them, I thought they were full-sized because I ordered them from Sam's Club and went and picked them up. So I had no idea they were teeny tiny. But let's see if it can slice up these smushy tomatoes that have seen better days. Yep, it's working good. That means to me, if it can slice up these tomatoes without squishing them, it's got a pretty darn sharp blade. All right, you guys, I forgot to show you about taking it apart for cleaning. What you're going to do for cleaning it is just press these 2 buttons right here together, and then this just slides right out, and they give you a little brush so you can clean all of that out. Make sure you air dry this. It does say it's dishwasher safe, but then I seen a video where it says don't dry it in the dishwasher. For my personal preference, I would just hand wash and dry it, but it does say in the paperwork that I seen that it says dishwasher safe, but it comes apart very, very easily, and then you can just clean this back part with the brush that they give you and air dry that as well. Okay, you guys, I'm not gonna bore you and chop up every vegetable in my house. I have chopped up enough to know that I love this. All right, y'all, thanks for joining me today and sticking around for the review of this mandolin slicer from Once for All. Again, they were nice enough to send it to me if I did a review of it, and I told them that I would, but I would be honest regardless if I liked it or not, and they said okay, but turns out I do like it. I love it. So I do recommend it, and I will put a link for where you can pick one up if you want to down below. So if you guys wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe so you know the next time when I have a video coming out. And I will put a link right here to a video I think that you might be interested in. So thanks for stopping by, you guys. See you again next time. Bye.